Hello? Hello? It's been about, it's been closer to 20 minutes since Verler. Verler 1.5 milligrams. I'm issued mandatory every other day now. For 3,600 consecutive days, and then I lost count. It was a maximum strength um, risperidone adult dosage for reasons beyond my control, and that's in the past. Since then, I found a very nice private prescriber, and she said because risperidone is partly antipsychotic and sedative, we'll get you on Verlers. They're new and they're not lethal as far as we can tell. All this risperidone could have killed you. You're lucky to be alive. It's very serious. So I'm good. I'm glad I'm on Verlers, and they're every other day so far as I can tell. Now, what you might be thinking or on the assumption already is that I have schizophrenia. I've never been diagnosed with schizophrenia. I've never had a formal diagnosis of anything of that sort ever whatsoever in my entire life. I don't have genetic hereditary predisposition to mental illness. I never have, and I probably never will. I'm not mentally ill. I'm not handicapped in whatsoever. And there's that. And now, about 15 minutes before my Verler, I started buckling, I started shaking, I started sweating, I started frothing at the mouth, I started a panic attack, I started a heart attack, I started a stroke, I started all sorts of things. And this was because administration, beyond my control of yonder years, wanted to come back. They wanted to come back and says, well, why isn't he on this and why isn't he dead yet? And can we get him into some more tests and studies in medical laboratories and institutions of all sorts? If I am handicapped, I want my wheelchair, I want my handicap license plate that I hang on my wheelchair or whatever. I don't drive. Whatever that tag is, and on my ID and on my card, and I want a tattoo of a guy in a wheelchair that says Marika, handicapped. I want all of the handicap benefits that come along with everything becoming handicapped of any sorts. I've never had that before, and if it's what it says, that's what I want. I want my aid, I want my disability team, I want disability income, I want disability insurance, I want I'm disabled and disabled to the teeth. I've never had that before, but if that's what it says, and it comes down to a life or death, my family's freedom, my family lives or death, me. Okay? So there's that, and that's out of the way. Now it's been a little bit closer to 20 minutes since Verler. And if we could take a step back, I was on my way to Ocean State, job lot, just a walking distance from here, to reapply for a job I already have an application in for. They said they had a note in the door that says, come on by, apply for a job in person. I have my application in line, it expires every 3 months. So I put my best dress on, even though the weather's inclement, to walk over to Ocean State. After my pill, I smoke a pack a day 11 years because I'm Native American and tobacco agrees with me. A whole lot of Native Americans, tobacco doesn't agree with them. They will never be shamans. They might catch cancer. They might catch tobacco poisoning. It's agreed with me my whole life since childhood and youth with fake grandma, Mima, glazed Tanaquidge, my nanny, or whatever however you call it, said. I'm 1/6 Mohegan by blood. Genetic, hereditary, blood, lineage. 1/6 Mohegan, 1/8 Cherokee. 15.75% Mohegan and 12.5% Cherokee. My larger majority is 35% Scandinavian, Nordic, Swedish predominantly. 35%. Nextly is 28 and some percent Native American, Indigenous USA, Mohegan, and Cherokee. Nextly is 25% Scottish, Caucasian, white. And then we get into Swiss. Indigenous, non-Germanic, native Swiss, known as Nephilium, known as Aryan, and then, I won't get into the rest of it for right now. See, I have a lucky dimple, and it's either above this eye, or it's above that eye, and that's where a bullet went through me, in 2008, I'm not joking. And then I have scars all the back here from lifesavers, and I'm alive. I'm alive, and in 2022, I might get a new ID that says he's finally handicapped. For now, on my ID, it says it has federal approval. I can fly domestic, continental, between California and Connecticut. I might have some trouble getting to Hawaii or Alaska. I can fly anywhere in the States with my state ID, and besides that, I can go into any military base in the entire continental U.S. I can walk straight in with my state ID. A USA military base, I will be allowed in. They gave me those two. They said that's what that means, that star on your ID. And they gave me my ID for $50. No six packs about it, no extra Marlboros, no dirty dealings, and nothing. $50 at AAA right over there. So there was that, and now it's been a bit closer. It's now 2:42 p.m. as far as I can tell on the analog chronometer. So my oven clock. It's attached to hard drive, hardwire, whatever. It's not the digital satellite phone that talks to everything, anything, all at once and tries to blend in the best and gets skittish when people steal it, or Spotify or anything high tech I shouldn't know. Okay? Now they want to know specifically, all sorts of stuff. When I was growing up, my dad was in the Grateful Dead. He was expensive, he was rich, he was rock star, he was rich, expensive, rock star, world famous, and I was just a baby boy. I was 11, and the trade towers exploded, and I went underwater with Grandpa, and I came back, and I was 12, and they said, you're never going to be famous, because they all think you're dead or hiding. When you were 18, they put you on world news, and they said, not much of anything, that was in the past. And they come back, and I'm on tubes now, and I'm not saying I'm trying to be rich and famous by any means. At this point, I'm specifically talking to the medical authorities, okay, and whatever other kind of defensive, protective, anything authorities are out there says. I'm all right. I'm all right, and I'm sticking to the regimen, to the protocol, to the program that I've been issued as a mandatory. And that's all I'm doing. For now, and since I moved in here, I'm in a vacation transition period to the larger world. A stint of time that I'm not at my parents' house doing exactly what I'm told, exactly when I'm told.